Good morning, Facebook family. It's your boy again. Last video was a little bit about disability insurance. I want to get back into that. But today I want to do a real quick video just to kind of delve back into life policies. Something crazy happened this morning. On my way to the train station to come open my office, I'm walking up and I see all these cop cars. And they got the block blocked off. So nobody can walk up the block to get to the train station. And this is a hub where everybody communicates. I look up the block and I see somebody laid out in the street with a white sheet. And the cops are all sitting there. And it's crazy. And I see a gathering of people and they're talking about the person, and it's, some woman who was apparently of the neighborhood who got hit by a bus or something. And, that fast she's gone. And she, the people were like, man, her daughter's going to be devastated. I know she's, going to work or what have you. And, so I say that to say, man, we never know, when such a precious thing can be taken away from us. So now her daughter's life is forever changed. Not only, financially, but obviously with the fact that, her mother's not there. So my condolences, rest in peace to that person. I don't even know them, who they are, what have you. But so I want to get back into the different types of life policies that there are. So again, we know that there are term and there are permanent. So term is literally that. It's more like you're renting a policy, and it's for a determined amount of years. Anywhere from 10 years to usually 30 years is the maximum of a term policy. And then you've got increments in between. It's the least expensive life insurance policy that you can have because it only covers that certain amount of years and there's no cash value built with it. So the next thing you have is something that a lot of people ask about, which is a final expense policy, which is a whole life policy, but it's meant to do different things. It's generally meant for people ages 50 to 75, and in some states 45 to 80. And that's literally just there. It's like a maximum of $25,000 in New York and up to $50,000 in some states. And that's actually an immediate death benefit. Generally, it doesn't matter the health condition that person is in. You can literally be on your deathbed and get that policy, like the Colonial Penn that you see on TV. The thing about those policies is the fine print. So with those policies, when you get them, you have to live 2 years for it to actually pay out. Whole lot more we can delve into about that. Not gonna really go into that at the moment. The next thing you got is a regular whole life. A regular whole life is a policy that will lock you into that price permanently, but there is some cash value accumulation built to it. It's not a cash rich policy, and it's not a policy that if someone who sells insurance tells you is an alternative investment, you want to get into a regular whole life policy. There's other policies that are structured stronger for that. The next type of policy is a universal life insurance policy. That's a much more cash-rich policy that builds cash value, but it is a little more expensive for the premium because of the cash value. You'll also get varying things like different death benefit options. I'll go further into the options that you have on death benefits when I actually break down each policy and features and benefits of selling one or buying one. The next one is going to be an indexed universal life. So this is very much like a universal life, again with the varying death benefit options. As well with the universal life, you also have variable premium options. So for example, you can decide, normally I pay $100 a month, but this month I'm going to do $200, and next month I'm going to do $300. Then the following month I'll drop back down to $100. So you have the ability to change the amount of premium that you paying more into the policy premium, which increases your cash value. So index universal life is the same thing, except it has more interest rates involved with it because it's tied to the S&P 500. So it's indexed to the stock market, And depending on the movement of that stock market will be the performance of the interest that you gain on your life insurance policy. See, life insurance does gain interest, and even a regular whole life insurance policy gains more interest in 1 year than you would putting your money into a bank account. A bank account, if you keep an average of 10,000, will give you 0.75%. On average right now, the general minimum growth percent a life insurance policy is growing at is 3%. So you can already see the large difference there. Next, you would have a variable universal life insurance, which is a securities product. That's the most risky life insurance policy because it really does depend on the stock market. However, unlike an indexed universal life, there's no floor or ceiling percentages. So with a variable, if the stock market plummets, your variable life insurance and interest rates may plummet. But if it skyrockets, your interest rates would skyrocket. So the next life insurance products that you have are not exactly a life insurance policy. A lot of times when people will say to me, I'll say, hey, I sell life insurance. They'll say, oh, I already have life insurance. And I'll respond with, great, you took care of dying too soon. What about living too long? And most people are like, well, what are you talking about? Well, not only do I offer life insurance as just a death benefit and dying too soon, but you also have insurance for living too long, and that's something called an annuity. It's literally like the reverse of a mortgage. A mortgage meaning payment till death, meaning you're paying out till death. An annuity means payment till death, meaning that the insurance company is paying you till death. So the awesome thing about it is you can really start it with not a huge amount of money. They have a great interest rate of growth. Generally, there's a bonus percentage if you hit a certain amount invested into it. And you don't have to worry about the volatility of the stock market. So one person asked me once, well, what's the difference? Why would I do that when I could just go get a CD? Well, the CD is very much similar to an annuity, except the CD has much lower interest rates. So a CD, you're usually locked in for about 5 years unless you're doing a short-term CD. And that short-term CD is going to have maybe a growth rate of 0.5%. So that's half of 1%. Whereas with an annuity, if you started at the lowest amount depositing in, which is generally about $1,200 a year, you will start at 1% growth. And then if you can get up to like $50,000 in that account, you automatically have an additional 0.15%. So you get 1 and 1/15%. So it's a lot of growth that's in there. Then the next thing is a variable annuity. So there's fixed annuities and variable annuities. If you don't like risks, you go with a fixed annuity. If you feel a little more risky, you go with a variable annuity. But realize that you can lose all the money you invest into a variable annuity because it is an investment. And if you want an alternative investment, you would get a life insurance policy and fund the cash value, or a fixed annuity. I hope that piqued some questions. How to hit me up. Hit me up 212-470-9932. You can hit me in my Brooklyn office, 718-253-5550. Black Lives Do Matter. Wealth building every day. Obviously, I'm going to come back with y'all Wednesday for my Wealth Building Wednesday video tomorrow. All my homies out in CT doing it big. Do it up. Black Lives Matter worldwide. Much love. One love. I'm out.